Woo! You were humming softly while your cycle wheels were also making a humming sound as you pedaled down the quiet street. Just then, your phone buzzed inside your pocket, making you almost wobble the handle. You quickly fetched it out, balancing your cycle with one hand. The screen lit up with a message from your best friends Ben and Claire in the group chat. Ryan, where are you? We are waiting at the gate. Hurry up, bestie. You smirked to yourself as your thumbs flew over the screen. Relax, guys, I'm on my way. You clicked the send button and placed it again in your pocket. You were heading towards the college and it was your first day. You had taken admission with your school best friends. They both have been with you since you were in 6th grade and now you three decided to enjoy your college life together. As you reached the college gate, you spotted them immediately, Ben with his messy brown hair and casual hoodie, and Claire adjusting her glasses while tapping her. Why, Anya? They both yelled at once while running towards you. You quickly jumped off the cycle, letting it stand against the wall. Finally, your rising star has arrived, you teased. Claire squeezed you tight with Ben chuckled. Come, let's go inside. We have already reserved your seat, bestie, he said, and you chuckled, patting his back. Good boy. With that, you all three walked inside your new classroom. As you entered the classroom, the students became quiet with their jaw drops to the ground. It was not your fault, you were naturally beautiful, and that's why you always draw attention. You felt the gazes on you, but instead of shying away, you flashed a sly smile and muttered just loud enough for everyone to hear. Close your mouths, friends, before the flies go inside. Ben and Claire chuckled while the students looked away awkwardly. You shook your head and walked up to a bench in the back and sat beside Claire, who giggled shyly. After a moment, Ben immediately pulled out a packet of chips from his bag and started munching. Hey Ryan, it is so boring here. What if we make our first day here memorable and fun? He said, his mouth full. And how exactly do you plan on doing that? Robbing the cafeteria and having a lot of chips, Ben? Come on, that's not good idea. Ben sighed. Hey Ryan, don't taunt me, let's play truth and dare. He said, wiping his hands with his jeans. You groaned dramatically. Ook, not in the mood. Clay nudged your shoulder. Come on, it will be fun, just one round. You said, looking at Ben, who gave you his best puppy eyes. You guys, oof. Ben, remember, don't cry if you lose. Ben scoffed, fixing his hair. Let the time decide it, bestie. He winked at you back while pulling out his water bottle. Claire shyly smiled, looking down. Ben quickly drank half bottle in one go and placed it on the bench. Here we go. He spun it with a flourish. The bottle twirled and twirled until it slowed, eventually stopping on Claire. Your eyes lit up. Oh my! I will give you a dare. You leaned forward, resting your chin on your palm. So tell me, Claire. Claire froze with wide eyes. Her cheeks instantly turned pink. Ben was stiffened too, biting his lip as if trying not to laugh. You clapped your hands. Oh my, look at that face. You have, haven't you? Claire avoided your eyes with fiddling for her sleeve shyly, and then finally she gave you the tiniest nod. You shoot up from the bench dramatically. I knew it, I knew it. Your high pitched voice earned stares from nearby students. They rolled their eyes while you clicked your tongue at them and sat back. Let's spin it around. He said, spinning it again. Your eyes grew wider and wider as the bottle landed right in front of you. Ben's eyes gleamed with mischief. Oh, jackpot! Ryan, your dare is. He paused dramatically. The first person who enters the classroom. Your jaw dropped. What are you saying? Or you sold your mind to someone? Claire gasped. Oh my, yes, Ryan, you can do it. This is so exciting. It will be fun. No way, absolutely not. You crossed your arms while glaring at both of them. Ben leaned closer. A dare is a dare. Wyan, you will lose. I never lose. Fine then, complete the dare. You narrowed your eyes at both of them, then looked towards the classroom door, heart beating a little faster, and soon the classroom door had fallen into that sudden stiff silence. The moment the heavy footsteps echoed from the corridor. And then the door opened, revealing the most cold and strict professor of the college. His dark eyes scanned the room like sharp knives, cold and calculating. Your jaw nearly hit the wall. Claire leaned forward, whispering under her breath, "Wow." She couldn't take her eyes off his face when Ben covered her eyes with his palm. You kept looking at Jungkook. Ben leaned closer and nudged your shoulder. He is Professor Jungkook. Well, Ryan, it is your dare, so you have to complete it. Your throat went dry. What? Are you crazy? You want me to get kicked out from the college on my first day? You whispered back. He raised a brow. Dare is a dare. Your legs felt like they had turned into stone. You wanted to sink into the bench and disappear. But the weight of their eyes and everyone else's curious gaze pushed you. You stood up, Jungkook eyes landed on you. You started walking towards him while everyone looked at you with wide eyes. Jungkook eyebrows frowned. He opened his mouth to question you that why you were coming to him when he had not even called you. The classroom gasped. Soon, Ben and Claire gulped with wide open eyes while the other students started to whisper to each other. She's so mean, just trying to get attention. What kind of girl does that? Your stomach dropped as you heard the mean whispers for you. You quickly backed away. For a moment, Jungkook stood there like a statue, and then his jaw tightened. He glared at you, an icy cold glare. You had always been savage, but right now, under his glare, you felt painfully small. Jungkook's hand balled into fist as he stared into your eyes. In my cabin now. You gulped, your trembling hands fidgeted with the fabric of your skirt. Ben and Claire looked at each other, feeling extremely guilty. Oh no, what if he kicks our bestie out of the college? This is your fault. What kind of dare was that? Claire smacked his arm hard. Meanwhile, Jungkook walked out while you quietly followed him behind with your trembling legs. The corridor stretched endlessly until finally you reached his cabin. He opened the door sharply and walked in without waiting for you. You stepped inside slowly. Jungkook quietly shut the door behind him. Before you could say something, he looked at you. What was that? He growled. You flinched, your hands trembled slightly as you clutched your skirt. It was not, I didn't mean to. Answer me properly. He snapped, his voice echoing in the small cabin. You looked down. It was a dare. My friends, they dared me. Jungkook looked at you in a disbelief. Wait, what did you just say? Whoever? He said, lacing the last word. You nodded. Yes. His eyes darkened. Leave I in. You mean? He said, his voice low and dangerous. You shook your head quickly, you were stumbling out. No, no, Jungkook, I was not going to do that. If it had been someone else, I swear I wouldn't have done that. I'm only. His gaze searched your face as if trying to read every tiny flicker of honesty. Why and you know that? A mischievous streak sparkled in your despite the tension. You tilted your chin up. And what if I had? You said only to make him a little bit more jealous. For a second there was a silence, then he scoffed darkly. A humorless laugh escaped his throat. You really think I would let that happen? Your breath hitched, but deep down you were smirking to yourself. He looked at you with his dark eyes before getting up. Now go and leave for class, he ordered. You narrowed your eyes and stood up. With nose flaring, you walked over to him and glared at him. He missed glancing down at you, but you smirked, proud of yourself. With a heavy blush, you stormed out of his cabin, fixing your hair. The moment you stepped back into the classroom, all eyes turned to you. Well, Jungkook is your secret boyfriend. It was him who had insisted you to take admission in the college where he taught as he wanted you to be near him, so you also convinced your friends and eventually you joined the college. You leaned to your seat, Ben and Claire sat, pouted, and sat together. Sorry, Ryan, we promise we will never give you such kind of dare. You didn't speak, and crossing your arms over your chest, you looked out the window pretending that you were already really hurt. Just then, Jungkook walked into the classroom again. He set his books on the desk, lifting his eyes slowly until they landed right on you. You narrowed your eyes in return, rolling them slightly. Students, I want a serious attitude in my classroom. I won't bear any kind of behavior which is dumb, he said coldly. Everyone nodded quietly. His eyes flickered to you once more before he started the lecture. Ben and Claire exchanged guilty looks. They both thought it was all because of their silly dare. After a while, the class ended. You were walking towards the ground with Ben and Claire when Ben shoved his hand into his pen pocket and finally spoke. Ryan, I'm really sorry. Because of me, you get scolded. Claire added quickly, eyes downcast. Me too. I should have not pushed you. I feel so bad. We are not good friends. You sighed, looking at their guilty faces. You couldn't tell them the truth. So you forced a small smile and shrugged. Hey, don't look sad. It is fine, I told him. I was just nervous on the first day. He said to focus on studies, nothing else. Their eyes softened with sympathy. Oh, poor you. He's so strict next time. No dares, promise. Okay, fine, idiots. Now let's eat. You said, placing your hand on their shoulder as you all headed towards the canteen. At Jk's home, the cozy apartment of Jungkook was filled with mouth-watering aroma of food. You were sitting on a couch. Your legs were crossed lazily at the TV was played. Still, you were not smiling. You were sulking as you were showing tantrum. Jungkook was glancing at you while cooking the food. His sleeves were rolled up, apron was tied around his waist. He plated your favorite food carefully and glanced towards you, noticing your pouty silence. He bit his lips regretfully and walked up to the dining table. Setting the food on it, he undid the apron and said softly, Mayan, dinner is ready. Come, I made your favorite food with a lot of spices. You dramatically rolled your eyes and spoke coldly. No, I won't eat it. He sat shaking his head with a small chuckle at your cute anger. Really? After all this hard work? He started walking towards you, but just then the doorbell rang. He ran a hand through his hair, annoyed. Oof, who is it now? You quickly stood up to open the door, but he held up his hand. No, you won't go out like this. I will open it, he said. You pouted and plopped down onto the couch once again. His dark eyes looked at you, and then he went to open the door to see a delivery boy holding a pizza box. Sir, your parcel. Jungkook frowned. Parcel? But I didn't order anything. Why? Did you order this? You gave a sly little grin. Yes, he sighed and paid for it anyway, carrying the box inside, setting it on the table. He glanced at the food he had cooked and then at the pizza. His chest tightened a little. Quietly, without saying a word, he sat down at the dining table. He picked up his chopsticks and started eating his own food. You realized that he was angry with you as you watched him eating the food with a sad pout. You grabbed the pizza box and walked towards him. Jungkook, you called softly. He didn't reply and just continued eating, pretending to be busy. What happened? Still no answer. He chewed, swallowed the food, but said no word, nothing. Cookie, yeah. I ordered the pizza because I was craving for it. We both will eat. I will eat yours too, okay? Don't think I don't like it. His lips curled into a tiny smirk, but he quickly hid it by sipping water. You huffed and setting the box aside, you sat beside him. His eyes widened for a moment before softening. You smiled and tilting your head playfully, you whispered, will you feed me? Jungkook froze for a second, then broke into a laugh, shaking his head. You are unbelievable. He picked up the chopstick and lifted a bite of his handmade food and then gently brought it to your lips. Open, he said softly. You grind opening your mouth and eating it, humming dramatically. Mmm, so good. Your cooking is the best. He chuckled, placing. My girl is not upset with me anymore. You smile. He frowned, chuckling as he looked into your eyes. The next morning, Jungkook, let go. You kept looking at the tall school gate, but Jungkook was not get down of his car. He had requested you that he will drop you college. Cook, it's not like I'm going to another planet. I will be there with you. You said with rosy cheeks and slowly got down the car. The moment you looked in front of you, your jaw dropped, seeing Ben and Claire watching you. You gulped. Their expressions were screaming. You tilted your head to shoot him a glare. Jungkook gulped with his red ear. He quickly rushed inside the college, avoiding your gaze. You gave both of them a cheeky smile. They both ran over to you. Oh my, are you dating Professor Jungkook? Oh, I got it now, he said bit loudly. Don't shout, someone might hear. Okay, we won't. But tell us how it all started. Oh, this is so exciting, she said, placing her hand on your shoulder as you all walked through the gate. You blushed, telling them everything. 1 month later, you stood beside Jungkook wearing a pastel dress that complemented your features. Jungkook looked effortlessly handsome in his black suit. You clapped excitedly as Claire walked down the aisle with a bright smile. Ben laughed, looking at her beautiful face, and then he walked towards her, holding her hand and helping her to reach the aisle. After a while, the vows ended and the crowd erupted into cheers as Ben and Claire sealed their marriage. You couldn't stop smiling and clapping at your two best friends finally becoming one. After the ceremony, you walked up to them, hugging them both tightly. I can't believe you actually did it. I'm so happy for both of you. Claire giggled, wiping a happy tear, and glanced at Jungkook before smirking. Well, Ryan, I guess the next number is your and Professor Jungkook. Your cheeks instantly turned red while Jungkook smiled shyly. Claire clasped her hand together. Oh my yes, you two would make the best perfect couple at the altar. You glanced up at Jungkook shyly, only to find him already looking at you. Everyone clapped while Ben and Claire smiled, looking at both of you. Ah, she said, wiping the tears of joy. Don't cry, you will ruin your makeup and your inner Manjolika will come out, he said, laughing. Claire whined. He missed dramatically. Meanwhile, you both were lost into your own little world.